Okay, what's under that?
The instigator said, "You're both garbage, going back to your country."
Let me see it. Where's that?
Oh!
Are we keeping the clip?
Yeah, in between.
Okay.
Uh-huh. We may need to hone it a little bit because I think it's a little off right now. That particular clip. It's showing the violence in the. Let's see. Zoom in. Power noise. Audience sees clip. The students arguing still. Clip of Trump inciting violence. He's saying go back where you came from. Didn't he have a clip where he said something about sending everybody back?
Pretty sure.
I know there's a clip.
Yeah, it was a piece where he said something about. I think we ought to just send everybody till we know what the hell is going on, or something to that effect.
I think he said at a
It
rally.
was early
He said it at a rally.
He said it at a rally
Yeah.
really early on.
It was something about. I think we ought to just stop. I'm trying to find a clip on something that has something to do with sending people back, sending everybody back, and then having a travel ban. We know we got the travel ban. Okay, so then the BLM kid. Why don't you both just go back to where you came from? Okay, does it move up any from there? Is there more under there? Okay. So then we pick up with the instigator. You're both.
Jonathan's really going crazy with them camera angles.
Hey man,
He was on the ground.
he was up there. You almost hit Irma in the
He
face.
was like
earlier.
doing the, yeah.
Yeah, it was great. You gotta get creative with the angles, Olivia. Alright, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, and then I'll ask you a few questions.
Okay. Do I look at this camera?
Sure, it's live at this point.
Oh, okay. Hello, my name is Olivia Jones. I'm a senior, and I am one of the writers/actresses.
Okay. So could you kind of explain to us what's going on right now?
Okay, so right now we're trying to create the script and figuring out like all the dialogue and then the clips and stuff. So we're trying to flesh out and make sure that we have exactly what we need to say and show.
Okay, so then what inspired you, or like what interest do you have in the subjects that you guys are talking about right now?
Well, a lot of these things obviously we see in our daily lives, like sexual harassment has become a huge topic. Black Lives Matter, immigration they've been huge topics like throughout the past couple of years. And I don't know, I go to school with people who are victims of all of those different groups. So complacency is huge because we can't just sit back and watch until we're the last ones there.
So how do you feel about being a writer this year?
I like being a writer because I get to control kind of what's being said and shown. It's nice to be able to be an actress and a writer, so I can kind of make my writing come to life.
Okay, and then last question. What message do you want the audience to get when the time to film is complete?
I want the audience to feel empowered, that even though we come from a small community and we're all minorities and we may not have a voice, that we're very powerful, and like it just starts with a little spark and it can turn into a whole fire. And yeah, we can start a revolution.
Awesome. Great you talking to us, Olivia. I'll let you get back to work.
That was so helpful. Sorry.
Alright, Fernando, if you wanna now you can go back and do that English stuff. That's my bad. You're finally getting some good shots. I got you out of there.
Everybody else in the room. But I don't know, I just kind of wanted to play with that line a little bit more.
Okay. So then,
Just to see if we could get a more
what we're
direct-
trying to do is we're trying to transition from the argument that has been taking place between the instigator, the BLM, and the DACA kid. We're wanting to transition from that argument right here. No, you're good. Go back to where you were. Right there. Because everything flows up to where he says, you both garbage, go back to your countries. Now what we're trying to do is introduce the women to the argument at this point.
Right.
Because up to this point it's just been them three going back and forth. but the other ones in the room are just yeah, whatever. Okay, so now we got to get at this point maybe have one of the, what do we have as far as identities for the women now that are in the room?
What do you mean identities? Like,
You know, the identities that are on the shirts.
well, one says like Me Too or.
So we need a Me Too person to chirp up here.
Yeah, so that's the line that we had here.
Like, we don't have time. She's not necessarily like agreeing with either one. She's just like, okay, we don't have time for all this. I'm just trying to get back to class, or I'm just trying to pass.
Okay.
So that's how she kind of.
Now, is everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so now the instigator chirps up, and it could be one of the other instigators now,
Wait,
or the same one.
Are we just having one initial instigator and then other ones are like? I think.
Yeah, I think we only have one instigator, right?
Yeah.
But like
that
other
was my
people.
initial question.
Other people got into the argument.
Other people can agree, but
He's the main one.
Yeah, okay.
So the instigator says, "Look who's finally speaking up, another nasty woman." Is that cool? Everybody cool with that? Okay. So then, what? Now this is where we were trying to have her say something in counter to that comment. It kind of identifies the movement for sexual violence and stuff. So what would she say to that nasty woman remark?
That's what we were discussing.
So that's what I'm throwing out on the table, ladies and men and gentlemen. What is it we need to say here? What do we need to throw out there? Now, you know, he made a really hideous remark when he said, "Look who's finally speaking up, another nasty woman." Now, how would you react to that? What would be your comments to something like that? If somebody actually said that to you in real life, you know, how would you react to that? And how would it allow us to set up the argument?
Well, we talked about like either going with like, yeah, I'm a nasty woman, like, and kind of owning that, or like, going against it, like, I'm more than just a nasty woman, or I'm more than whatever.
Why don't we have him define what the nasty woman is?
Yeah, like that's what.
We don't even know what it means.
Like,
you know.
that's what we were trying to initially say. Like, if being strong, independent, and educated makes me a nasty woman, like, then what does that make you, or something like that?
But in a way, yeah, I can see what you're saying. In a way, though, shouldn't we ask? Shouldn't she be asking him what is that supposed to mean?
Yeah. Like,
I mean, you know, what are you trying to say?
yeah. So like, that's why she's like trying to turn it into a positive thing. Like this, I'm strong, I'm independent, I'm educated. That's what I am.
I mean, he could better define the behavior of sexual misconduct in this statement.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He could better define his behavior as it pertains to sexual misconduct in this next statement. You know, because people who commit those acts don't think that they're doing anything wrong. So we need to show that in the comment that you made. You see what I'm getting at?
That's kind of like she's stating the facts, and then she's like, if you're trying to call me a nasty woman, then what does that make me? It's like when you call people out for these stupid remarks, like make them actually think. Because you can just throw out a term like, oh, she's a nasty woman. Like, what does that actually mean? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
He should ask her, she should ask him, what does that even mean? And then his effort to define that reveals how stupid he is. You see what I'm saying now? Because don't you think sometimes the comments they make are stupid? That's so what I'm saying is this is a perfect opportunity to show how stupid that collective behavior is by this next comment he makes. Her statement to him should be, So what does that even mean?
Yeah, like, what exactly does nasty
Yeah.
mean to you?
What exactly does that even mean to you? Or something to that effect.
What does nasty mean to you?
No. Just what does that mean to you? He says
Just
to her.
really take out the whole strong independent thing and just be like,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
So take out the part, you talking about the part where it says the power changes to the clip of Hillary Clinton?
No.
That's where, yeah, that starts.
Okay. And I'm wondering if we should save that spot where it says power goes to Hillary Clinton, we should still have this happening immediately after.
I think it should, because it takes away
Uh-huh.
like that energy. Like
Yeah,
that
so
momentum.
put Me Too young woman right after instigator looks who's finally speaking, another nasty woman. Put that right after that. Then she says, what? So,
I think it should be like, what does nasty mean to you? Instead of saying, what does that mean to you? Because I just,
What does that even mean?
What exactly does
yeah, what is,
so what do y'all think it should say?
what does nasty mean to you?
So she thinks it should say, what does nasty mean to you? And then some of y'all saying, what does it
Tingle.
mean? So which should we use? What sounds the best way to present it?
Yeah, that should include nasty.
It should include it.
It just sounds more direct.
Okay, so put in there, what does nasty mean? So what does nasty mean to you?
So then we can change this line down here. Or, can we keep that line or change it?
I don't know.
Which one?
The one, like, all the way at the bottom with the instigator.
I've made this country.
That one?
Or what if she just says like, how am I a nasty woman?
Yeah, let's leave that for later. Let's keep building on this one.
Okay.
No, he asked about that instigator, I made this country great again. We want to leave that there for a minute. But then, right, what did you say, Cynthia?
So how am I a nasty woman? Because I mean, he's calling her that, so she could just like own it and be like, hey, like, how am I?
So
how
make
am I a
that
nasty
say,
woman?
so how am I a nasty woman? So how am I a nasty woman?
Should we keep the what does that mean to you?
No. All right, what do y'all think?
I think, yeah, that should
Like this?
leave it like that.
Okay. So how am I a nasty woman? So now here's where he gets to make like this really what he thinks is a proclaimed statement, and it actually sounds pretty stupid.
Should we put that before or after the clip?
Before.
Yeah.
We should put it right here. What is his statement? What is his comment going to be to her question? This is where he gets to show how these people, and I'm going to put it that way for the time being, these people feel empowered to do and say anything they want to do or say and get away with it. What would that be? What would that statement be?
Since you like a straight collar at everybody who tries to talk.
You like to run your mouth there.
Who do you think you are taking men's role? You should be at home taking care of a child.
I swear to God, that's exactly what I was thinking.
We're gonna cut it off at 4.
Yes.
Unless you want to keep
Should it
going.
be taking care of a child? Because there's still like, but like you should be at home cleaning. You should be cleaning the.
Or
someone's
stop
home.
talking in like at the men's table, or like stop trying to participate
Stop
at the
talking and
men's
go make me a
table or
sandwich.
something.
Y'all getting right there. I mean, y'all have to
Sit
pick
there
a
and
line,
look
but
pretty or something, you know, like
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
sit there and just look pretty.
Yeah. But you said, but more of what you said, Irma. What do you think? What do you think you are talking? Wait a minute.
Who do you
Who do you think you are taking on men's roles? The only thing you should be doing is
Shutting your mouth.
washing the dishes and taking care of my offspring.
Okay.
I like the looking pretty part too.
yeah,
Maybe washing
And doing
dishes.
your makeup.
just sitting there looking pretty, maybe, you know, like.
Mhm. I like the baby part though.
It just sounds weird, like when they're
high school.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean that saying that?
yeah. I mean, like, no, people say that, but it's just.
Okay, so you feel like that's strong enough? Well, maybe they need another line. They definitely need another line. Okay, so let's leave that. Now we need the power to widescreen. And then a script, and then a clip comes up, and then what do we need in here?
Well, do we want to have the clip right there?
Yeah,
Okay.
at least one.
Yeah.
The first clip.
So, like,
I mean, they got that Weinstein clip that's coming up, and then a lot of others came up after that. So there's this whole discussion that started taking place that started this whole Me Too movement. So we need to have something in there that starts talking about all of the collective responses that are taking place as a result of what is happening. You see what I'm saying?
I think we need something like this nasty woman clip could go somewhere, and then we need to have something that kind of talks more specifically about the sexual harassment, because right now it just kind of sounds like it's sexist.
How about if we just put in, why don't we just make a bookmark for that spot, and then we need to find a really powerful clip there that says everything we need to say from the clips. You know what I'm saying? We need them to find us the perfect clip that shows all the strong women, it shows all the idiot comments, it shows all the stuff that's been called. Yeah. You got one?
There's this video I came across like a month ago, and it was a bunch of like, it showed a bunch of mini clips of men, like ENC reporters, CNN reporters,
Yeah.
talking down.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we need. We need one of them right in that spot. If you find that clip, I know I need to get it up on the board somehow, up in this thing. Maybe she could send it to one of y'all, and then y'all could, or you could just insert it there. You on this line? You on here? Okay. If you find it, just insert it. Okay, then what? BLM kid has disappeared. Oh, okay. So the what happens is the last one. We haven't done this either, and we need to be doing this along the way. We forgot. The last one pans the room, and as he pans the room, or as it pans the room, we start seeing people faint, become more faint. I think Todd was saying they should just be gone.
Yeah,
And we were saying maybe they should be like become ghost-like and then slowly go away. What do y'all think?
I think it should just be like, you look, and then the next second, like you focus on the screen or whatever, you turn back around to and they're gone.
So in essence, when we switched over and started having the conversation between the instigator and the Me Too person, the DACA person it just disappeared. And by the time the Me Too person starts talking directly to the instigator, the BLM kid disappears. And so we need to go back and put a spot in there where they disappear. We'll come back to that. But I need y'all to help me remember that, because we need to put that in a couple of different places. So then the kids have disappeared. The instigator now says, I've made this country great again. We're just here to please men like me. Oh, you. Sorry. My brain is not seeing it. Okay, so you're just here to please men like me. So I've made this country great again. You're just here to please men like me. The last one pans the room. People are gone after panning away, then turning back to.
That's basically what we said.
Yeah, that's like what we said.
What's the target?
Like whoever they were just looking at, so like if it was
Okay. Okay, so then, where is it?
So what's the thing about the tax bill?
Tax
that's
bill.
what we said we'd take the instigator out.
Oh, the instigator? So the tax bill will take the instigator person out of the picture. But we gotta get